Coach Sog, baby. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I just did a line of the old G Fuel before we do a night of ARGs. Now, if it's something that I enjoy on my channel, it's covering creepy stuff. Obviously, not too long ago, we covered, the back rooms. We've covered various ARG projects. But sometimes I like to look at channels that really don't have a lot of subscribers to them. I think it's actually a strong thing that we do on the channel. Every time we look at some creepy videos, sometimes the best stuff really does come from channels that have been left unchecked, unnoticed on the YouTube space. Tons of videos get uploaded on this platform, and frankly, a lot of them go unnoticed. So here we're going to sit down, relax, and look at some stuff that no one else has probably looked at in due time. So to start off with, hunting down ARGs takes me to a few channels. One of them is Sesimu Takara. If you look in the old About section, they're so old school that they don't even have an About section. Now, they were formed somewhere around 2018, and they've got almost 250,000 views, which means, at least some people have noticed this as time due on. At least one video in particular. Now, the first three videos I'd like to show you, but because of the blur, and why I've blurred it is because there's the words mentioned lowly, so I don't want the feds rating me because of any video right here, but frankly, the first two videos are actually quite interesting to watch. Now, if you're wondering, what's that underneath? I don't have a language pack installed on my operating system, so yeah, don't chew me out for it. But here's a video that almost hit 100,000 views, and this one was uploaded 3 years ago. Okay, so it's a bunch of, it appears to be what is just VHS effects. Something is in the background, and now we're getting some seizure effect warning over here, which means I have to put this as a disclaimer. And we get more distorted video. Now, because I don't have a language pack installed, I can't really determine where this ARG was originating from, but the only English comment that I found was, haha! That's relatable. Of course, something to understand with a lot of these videos is throwing them into audio software and basically looking at their spectrogram will oftentimes have messages within them. I did not find the same case for stuff like this, but we looked at it when we covered Plague Doctor ARG videos in the past. Now here's the actual meat, 117,000 views uploaded 3 years ago. Of course, the thumbnail is incredibly spicy, so viewer discretion is definitely advised. Of course, the further we go into it, it does remind me a lot of a Nana video, like way back when we were looking at her stuff in, the deep web stuff. So here it is. We've cut through the head, the silicone plastic head of the doll, and it just seems to be filled with like ketchup or something. So what is the overall story for this small little ARG? We don't really have any conclusive story. For 3 years, this has basically been running, and it's just died at this point, with the doll's head being cut. And basically, you're looking at what's that surgery? What is that one surgery where lobotomy? That's what it is. It ended with a doll lobotomy is what it seems. So again, if you look into the actual comment section over here, they do have a link to a YouTube channel, and if we open that link to the YouTube channel, it actually takes us to a person we have seen before. Yeah, right here, Nugumu, who we actually saw before. This is like a virtual YouTuber that, frankly, we covered way back on our channel when it came to creepy stuff like this. So this is a branched off experiment from the Nugumu, it seems. Yeah, honestly, I should probably introduce Nux to this guy, like VTuber on VTuber stuff, because the fact that this is still actually active as of like 2 weeks ago, 2 days ago, and 2 hours ago, this is a VTuber like horror story you definitely want to jump down if you're into like ARGs and creepy stuff on the internet. Of course, there are various places that I find this stuff. Usually what'll happen is 9 months ago, somebody will upload a YouTube ARG to like Reddit or, any image board website out there. And sometimes it'll take you to channels known as their favorites. Now this one only has 27 subscribers available at the moment, and so it's actually quite a virgin ARG. In fact, none of these videos have ever hit above 500 views, which means like it's basically gone relatively unnoticed. So what kind of ARG, what kind of horror stuff have they been uploading in the last few days? Well, the videos aren't too terribly long, so frankly we'll look through a few bit of them. It started off 9 months ago, so again, if you time it with the Reddit post we just saw, it's a little suspect, a little sus, if you will, on if the actual content was uploaded by if that Reddit account actually may have belonged to this person's YouTube channel. I don't know. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say there's a very high likelihood of that possibly being a thing. So let's click on the first video and understand. I think we've got like some Russian audio in the background, but we seem to have like, oh, we're just switching between shot to shot. Okay, we've got a forest. I think what we're witnessing is like YouTube's variant of a ring tape. We got this creepy bear thing that honestly is really leaving me unnerved. And then we've got, here we go. So we've got an actual gravestone. Sarah Bryant or Sarah Bryan, ball of And then light. Light's what it seems. Light or something of that nature. Okay, now we're back to the old bear again. So here we got a little doll action with a VHS tape. Now, one thing to understand is I feel like based on the motion tracking around here, it's actually just edited on, so kind of an interesting touch. I like to call out any of that stuff when I see it, just because it's all really intriguing, but we got more of the bear, doll, panda, fucked up creature here. Let's go on a little forward. I can't understand it, so we have to really just scroll past it. We're in a cave. This reminds me of the Ted the Caver creepypasta of, like, the super claustrophobic shit. Okay, we're back to the doll once again. And it actually ends up freezing. And black screen. Black screen with just the eyes that are actually visible right here. If you caught this shit in the back rooms, I think you're dead. It's straight up, I think you're dead. So I think all the story here frames from like VHS tapes that we're watching on this television. Your curiosity is fueling a terrible demon. What are we watching here? Wait, whoa. An audience makes me want to do it again. Now I'm actually really worried about what the hell they mean by final act. Enjoy the show. I'm actually kind of worried about what it means by, like, final act at this point, but of course 9 months ago, then we moved to disjoint. Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I watching here? This has to be from, like, a television show. Somebody animated this? Oud Brud. Okay, so Oud Brud. I feel like that's like a location. Oud Brud. Let me see what Oud Brud is. Well, if I type in Oud Brud, it immediately, like, gives me a disease outbreak of something. I don't know why that matched up. I have no idea why that became a thing. Now, this could actually be an anagram as well, too, right? Like, somebody could just... So if it's an anagram, you would be the first character into that. So, 2 Ds, 1 R. Yeah, this could actually be an anagram. Let me see if we can put it into an anagram solver. Yeah, this isn't actually a word. Like, if you look at all the possible words and none, like if you're for omitting words, the only logical one is rub. That's about it. So no, it's just random characters. That's all. I feel like I'm gonna see a screamer, man. Und diskilled. I feel like if we Google that, we're about to get something messed up too. Undiskilled. Oh, okay. So now this one, okay, so this gives us the apology act. So we started with disease outbreak. Now we're apologizing. Okay, and actually, apparently it is a musical band, so did not know that. It seems like something I'd randomly type into Google to test my internet connection. Okay, so we're starting back into TV. This time it's a lot clearer. I've been very busy. Okay. I gotta say, I like the production value on this. Okay, so we're definitely shooting a found footage somewhere. Browsing through a home. What have you been very busy at is a thing. Every time I watch these things, I feel like I'm some federal investigator, just looking into some... Okay, the collection is growing. Alright, so now we're out in liminal space hell. I will say, like, obviously, I can imagine why these things haven't taken off, just because they're 1 minute long. They don't really add a lot of, conclusive stories in a lot of this. Like, there's no real cohesive story I'm figuring out. It's just somebody collecting tapes. I will say, though, where they don't match up for an overarching story that's going to blow their popularity out, as you would expect with other ARG projects, they can actually film things. Like, this definitely looks like liminal space hell, and... I will say I definitely get a little bit of a creepy vibe off of it, always looking for more. Missing labels. Oh, we're just getting repeated missing... Oh, okay, missing labels, missing labels. Is that it? Are we gonna get a little screamer action at the end? Oh, fuck me, okay! Alright, no! we got a little hand coming in? Jesus, that hand looks goddamn edited. Jesus Christ. Oh, my entire headset disconnected, hold on. And of course, last but not least, we've got nothing! So now we're at some home. Derelict home at this point. I do love the VHS. Okay. Hello, 7 Mile Ritual. Let's drive down the road with, like, eyes watching us. Okay. I will say, those don't really add so much horror as much as it's just weird. Like, these found footage sections definitely add a lot more to the entire situation, for sure. Just because, like, the way that they film it, it's like they dug out, like, VHS, like, cameras from back in the day and called it a... Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. Wait, is this like the Mandela catalog? Are we about to see some shit at 3 in the morning? Hold the fuck up. Okay, that's where it is. Wow, that quite literally was in fact just nothing. Of course, the description was, I would like you to join me. So again, while this was uploaded in December 2021, 3 months ago, unfortunately, I actually don't see this growing anywhere. It's kind of just stopped at this point. There hasn't actually been an update regarding here. So yeah, I guess it's just one ARG we watched and complete. However, I wanted to save the best for last. Quite possibly, this is the most unknown, underrated one. So this one is 90 subscribers, so less than 100 right here. But what's actually rather important is the videos do get longer, and the quality on them is actually more insane. There is definitely a story being told here. And I'm going to go through sort of the high points for me. So obviously we're going to start off with TikTok being the first one. And of course, if you look at the quality over here, yeah. Good luck sleeping tonight. I hate dolls. And of course, at any moment that you click onto the video, it's just basically ticking, talking, and that's pretty much what it goes down to. So of course, if it's something you should look for is if there's any change in the doll, if there is any change in the eyes or anything of that nature. And as far as flipping around the video, it doesn't seem to be that case at all. Of course, then you move into my favorite things, which is the first point where there's actually more characters put into it, but also you can actually start to see like an actual human being involved. So right here you can see that our character over here is putting another toy where like a ball just swings around the legs, gives a little pat, fixes up the dress on the doll here, and yeah, it definitely gives off the vibe of it's a creepy one for sure. But one thing that I can definitely appreciate is like, yeah, this is where like the production values increase. There's definitely like an attention to it. It kind of almost reminds me, if anything, of Deeper when we last looked at that. But yeah, this is where you obviously have like a character actually putting effort into like what appears to be a story and whatnot. The next video is my first film, which is basically a non-commentated walkthrough. The only commentary you get is in this text, which is, this is my favorite wall, where it's just like a walkthrough of this person's like house. And of course, there's more toys, more dolls, more little figurines to play around with. Like the aesthetic is really just kind of there. Hello, Mrs. Mouse. So is that a dead mouse? Is that actually a dead mouse that we've got there? Is that actually a dead mouse? There's no way. Okay. Is that actually a dead mouse? I'm gonna have to blur that one out. Jesus Christ. And of course this ends with positioning the doll in the right way. So this is obviously where we're filming. Honestly, man, like, even if you're not filming an ARC, even if you are filming an ARC, sorry. If this is what your room looks like, if you got a room in your house that looks like this, it's unlivable, man. Like, this house is fucking haunted, no matter how you consider it. This house has to be haunted. So here's a video where it's my new friend from Mother, which is a gift that Mother has gotten him, so a new character brought in. Now, interestingly enough, back over here, we seem to actually have, like, a calendar that's more about, like, it's got, like, 12 signs of the whole zodiac. And then, yeah, it's like, okay, so I read the word California and zodiac, which actually scared the piss out of me for a second because of the connection, obviously, you know, to the Zodiac Killer. But you've also got, like, I think he's one of these like Leonardo da Vinci mannequin dolls. I could be completely wrong on how I answer it, but here's the gift you got from Mother, and you can actually hear this person talk.
This
so listen.
is my new friend that Mother got me.
Okay.
Say hello, new friend.
Okay, so hello, new friend. Hi.
This is the new friend. Yes, Mother did get her for me. She says she would like a name now.
What name are you gonna give the... What name?
Is that Lucy?
Oh, he's talking to the doll, okay.
She can't have one.
She can't have a name?
You don't like her.
You don't like... I think this person's from, like, the UK.
You never like any of my gifts from Mother.
Yeah, it's a UK-based thing, okay.
You know, you were a gift from Mother, Lucy.
I'm, like, officially creeped out right now. This is really good.
Yes, I understand. Yes, I know. No, Lucy. You are my favorite. Nothing could change that. I promise.
Okay, alright. Now, of course, obviously this is, like, it's very... Okay, so I will say, like, as far as, like, ARG, like, atmospheric presentations go, that actually, like, that really did kind of creep me out a little bit. It's just... The guy obviously running this entire like the actor involved into this, they're actually, like, really convincingly, like, creeping me out, if you will. Like, they're very good in their role. But obviously it's a fake thing. Can you make a tea party video? To which they responded, yeah, it's a splendid idea. I will get Lucy now on putting together a tea party for us and our new friends I've recently found. So, of course, the cinematic universe keeps evolving. So this is definitely, like, out in the entire woods, like, out in the middle of nowhere. And there's definitely more than one person living here because the amount of vehicles they have parked around. And they're on definitely, like, a farm somewhere, for sure. Okay, so we're getting these things ready for travel to someplace different. Okay. Alright, so, yeah, we've got the doll, and she's packed up all of her clothes, but something that really starts to creep me out, though, is this next section, where, like, inside this freezer is what they reference as, like, father. So, here's our character, obviously, with, like, a suit on and everything, and they got something in the garbage bag.
Here, father, since we were doing the trade. Let me just get them seeds, and I'll be right back to you. Yes, father. I changed, and they fit quite nice. And they look quite nice, too. Oh, thank you, father.
Alright, yo, this is really, like, actually starting to make me feel eerie. So he's saying, thank you, father, but it's clearly in some, like, deep freezer. That may or may not be connected. That freezer may or may not be working. So father's apparently in here, according to the story. I'm gonna have to believe, with the way that I've witnessed these ARGs, father is cut up into a million pieces, stored nice into that freezer somewhere, and that suit definitely had to be cleaned before it was ever in a usable condition. So next in the story, we're walking through this gravel road and coming across a lot of these houses, which seem pretty derelict.
It's quite the beautiful spot.
It is definitely quite the beautiful spot, for sure. I definitely wouldn't want to be here in the dark, for sure. Where is this location? Like, one thing to understand with these, like, stories is they must have put, like, some serious cash, because, like, this is, like, unless it's, like, an abandoned location that they're kind of, like, urbexing out of nowhere, but, like, this, you gotta, like, buy all the, or rent out all these sheds for this story, so this is clearly, like, a deep project. And this place looks relatively maintained, like, these are... Like, this is a fresh-looking mattress, almost. This place actually looks too clean. Like, it might be a little dusty and a little musty, but this... Yeah, this place seems like... They put some money to make this. This seems like a long... This is the last video uploaded 11 months ago at this point, so it's basically a dead story and an ARG at this point, but we're exploring this area together now. We're gonna have, like, a frightening experience, I guess. Let's see what that experience is.
I think we should hurry. Yes, I'll hurry on along. Latched, though.
Oh, here we found a locked area. Unlatch this.
Oh.
I know you've been filming here, bro, but you got some crackhead energy involved.
Oh my.
What could... I'm just surprised at this place. This seems like a lot of effort for this story.
Almost just like...
Oh, there's some toys here. There are more toys placed. That's like a very decrepit doll. They got, like, wiring and everything exposed.
Really? That long?
So he, like, talks to the dolls, obviously, and obviously we can't hear it, but this person has a conversation with them entirely. Very much in character most of the time. Usually you can figure out where these things are filmed. Like, look at those plugs for a second. This, like, where would those plugs typically be denoted? Is this actually the United States? Or are these just, like, the same plugs? Or are these like vertical slits with, like, with a grounding plug? This actually looks like the US at this point, like North America. So I could have just totally guessed this was the UK based on the accent, but this actually starts to look like the US or North America in general. Well, Lucy actually likes these compared to the first doll we came across. She wasn't even willing to name that one. I'll be real though, if I was actually filming this ARG, and completely, like, I would actually be creeped out. I would be creeped out myself. Because it seems like the place where you get attacked, or the doll gets actually possessed and grows a mind of its own and just slits your throat right there. It's funny because, like, I haven't even seen Lucy move. He's just collecting the dolls and, like, placing their friends inside here. It's like a pre-hoarding thing. Oh, God. Oh, that one with the soulless blackened eyes scares the shit. Yeah, this alone. Oh.
Well, friends.
I'm feeling kind of creeped out right now, like really creeped out. Like, unironically, this has like really left me unnerved.
It's almost meal time. It is 2:09. So yes, I believe Lucy and I will be going for now. See you next time.
There was never a next time, and there was never a goddamn tea party. This is pretty much where it all ended, and that's it. That's the end of the story right there. So yeah, that's one ARG that frankly got posted and nobody really watched, but we kind of did. We kind of experienced a bit of the story together. Now, I didn't show you everything in this one, frankly, because of the interest of time. But yeah, sometimes you find some stuff on YouTube that leaves you very, very unnerved. And frankly, out of all these things that we've seen, I will say we started off in the beginner kiddie pool when we came across just a barrage of videos that were hitting us from a Japanese-centric channel focused on one of our old ARG finds from months ago, if not a year. Then the next time we moved into what is in fact VHS collections. Honestly, I thought I was watching the Ring tape. And last but not least, we came into an entire unfinished story brought to you with the power of Possessed Dolls, Lucy, an individual who is looking at father in a deep freezer. I'll let you figure out what that story could entail. Coming across a little derelict village, town, building area that I'm surprised crackheads weren't already claiming as their own. That said, though, I think the last section really did freak me out a lot. Like, I'm actually a bit speechless. Honestly, given the fact that it's like 3 in the morning and I just saw what I saw, I'm going to need a little bit of time to chill out, relax. I think the G Fuel is actually wearing off. I think I might need some more before I start seeing ghosts right now. So ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about the ARGs, creepy channel stuff over here. I want to make more videos like this because there's a whole lot of YouTube to go deep into, and there's a whole lot of these type of videos that exist. And frankly, I'd like to cover them, and I'd like to really look at these stories and catalog them for the future. You know, for people who come across and sort of miss out on a lot of YouTube gold that's hidden under these streets. Let me tell you, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. I need to stop being creeped out.